Welcome to 2K Sports in the NBA. I'm your host, Damon Bruce. The first round of the NBA playoffs continue as we take you east. It'll be the Chicago Bulls facing off against Brook Lopez and the Brooklyn Nets. We'll catch up again at halftime.
Hey, what's happening, folks? Texas Boy 91 here, and I'm bringing to you my fourth prediction video pertaining to the Chicago Bulls taking on Brooklyn New York Nets. And this is going to be an interesting series. And the Nets were going to play the Atlanta Hawks, which would have been a better matchup for them just because the Hawks are a nowhere team. But since the Hawks lost to the Knicks without Carmelo Anthony playing and then the Chicago Bulls winning, they get a matchup that I don't think that they wanted too much, particularly because the Bulls may not have Derrick Rose, even though he is in his gameplay. You cannot take him out for some reason. But it seems like that they are, I don't know, it seems like the Bulls just have their number. Like I think the Bulls won the series this year 3-1. I think I could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure I remember the Bulls winning this matchup 3 times this year. And mostly because it was so inconsistent with Darren Williams and Joe Johnson and Brook Lopez. Their play was really bad. Joakim Noah seemed to have bothered both Andre Blanche and Brook Lopez. Humphries isn't starting for this team no more as Reggie Evans, so they have a weird starting lineup out there. I'm not sure what Humphries did to lose the starting job, but Reggie Evans has brought a nice spark off the bench, getting his rebounds, hustle player, allowing this team the extra possessions. But and then the Bulls, since Derrick Rose is over here moping about his injury, dude wants to dunk off his left foot from the free throw line before he wants to come back and play. They're basically a sub 500 team, and they have to rely on their play of Boozer and on Luol Deng. And Luol Deng has stepped this game up this year, but has not been the player that they've been looking for. And Boozer has probably been the best player on this team this year. Funny, and they wanted to amnesty him at the beginning of the season because his contract is horrible. So, this is going to be an interesting matchup because this is Brooklyn's first playoff game in their new stadium. And Darren Williams, since the All-Star break, since he's gotten healthier, has played a lot better. I don't know why everybody's on Darren Williams' bandwagon because I don't really think that he's probably a top 5 point guard, mostly because he's kind of like Rajon Rondo. And if you got, he's a streaky shooter. He is a better passer, and he also is good attacking the basket, which is basically what Rondo does. But Rondo gives you a lot more hustle on the defensive effort and on the offensive end, I believe. So I don't really like Darren Williams that much. Plus, he is kind of an a-hole. If you guys haven't heard any stories, he's got 2 coaches fired, and that is something that I don't like in a player. You don't get your coach fired. That's just ridiculous. So Joe Johnson has been a nice addition to this team. He's really played well this season. He's been nicked up a lot, so hopefully he stays healthy in this playoff. Gerald Wallace, defensive stopper on the defensive side of the ball. He has lost all his confidence shooting the ball, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with him during this playoffs if they go to him for a jump shot and he just doesn't see time to pass it up and he's open. So, and then Nate Robinson for the Bulls will be their 6th man coming off the bench. He's provided a lot of instant offense for this team. But if your best player or your best bench player is Nate Robinson, you have a lot of improving to do. Nate Robinson is a journeyman, been on like 4 or 5 teams in like the past 6 years, and it seems that Nate Robinson is just going to keep going around. So it'll be interesting to see if Nate Robinson is going to be a consistent player during the playoffs this year. And then Boozer's been here before, and That jump shot is really it's good, but he's kind of he does a little too much with it. So I got the Nets winning this series. I think the Bulls can win, mostly because the Bulls play really good defense, even though Derrick Rose isn't out there. And the Nets seem to have a hard time scoring the ball. I have the Nets winning in 6 because they got the home court advantage, they got the crowd behind them, and the Bulls really aren't playing for anything other than just to get beat by the Heat in the second round. And Derrick Rose is not going to, if he comes back and drops off and drops in the playoffs, he's going to look so bad. So he's not coming back this year. I think he's getting shut down for the entire year. And you're relying a lot on a young team to try to win you a game. Joakim Noah, he doesn't have a consistent offense, along with Jimmy Butler, who's coming off the bench. I think he starts, actually. I don't know if he starts off the bench, but he's not really a consistent offensive player either. Tosh Gibson's the same way. And the Bulls put up a lot of stinkers on the offensive end, but they're really good on defense. It's going to be a boring game to watch, though. It's going to be so boring to watch. I might not even check out this series Saturday. Let me know if you guys are a Bulls fan or a Nets fan. You got your who you got winning this game and how many games? Because I'm probably not going to watch this game. This is going to be probably the worst matchup in the 2013 playoffs this year, just because you got two franchises that have the most sporadic offenses and defenses I've ever seen in the game. I remember the Bulls played the Sacramento Kings. He gave like 120 points. They scored like 70. Like, how does that happen? Then they go ahead and beat the Heat streak. So I don't know what's gonna happen during this series. Heinrich's been actually a good pickup for them, just because Derrick Rose has been out for such a long time. So Heinrich is a nice addition for the Bulls. And Darren Williams can win this game for him, but Darren Williams couldn't even lead the Utah Jazz out of the first round most of the time. So, but Western Conference is a lot harder than the East, and plus the Nets are getting a broken Bulls team. So we'll see what happens. But whoever wins this matchup is not getting out of the second round anyway, because they're going to have to play in the Miami Heat. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this year with this team, and with both teams actually. And hopefully Derrick Rose comes back and stops complaining on the bench saying, I need more help, or my left knee hurts, I want to be able to dunk from the free throw line. That's my Derrick Rose impression. I like Derrick Rose, if you guys can't tell by that. Hope you guys found this video informative. Let me know who you guys got in this series and how many games you think is going in. I got the Nets in 6. And hope you guys think you guys are watching this. Take care. Peace.
Passes to Watson. Over Hamilton. Again, the Nets for 2.